Cloud. Fantastic. Perfect. All right, let's make it happen. All right, again, I want to say good morning and welcome to this wonderful session of Wealth Secret Mindset Mentorship, a class where we educate, empower, and enrich you mentally with all the necessary resources that is going to help you to live the very best of your life. I'm your regular host on this program. My name is Afolabi Olatunji. They call me Wealth Secret, and you need to know that there is always a secret to wealth creation. There are secrets to wealth creation, and part of the secret is the things, the topic we're going to be treating this morning, and how we can actually break it down step by step, which is called time management. Ladies and gentlemen, time management. Super excited to be teaching on time management this morning. And I want us to understand something, that in time management, it's going to take us, like, it's not just, we're not going to be able to cover it today. It's something, a topic that is so elaborate, okay? Please, can we go to the group chat? Can you just let the people know, let them know that we are live, in case you have your phones with you? I can say Mrs. Olulade and Madam Bipe, just help me say, let them know that we are live, so they can join us on this live program as we are progressing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about life and time management. Time management is everything. So as you are there listening to me, we're going to be talking of tips, approaches on time management this morning. And you don't want to miss this, okay? This is a very interesting topic. And I'm trusting that even Coach Dan, who's going to be, when he's coming up on his own time, he's also going to be teaching us more on time management, or management of time, however you call it. So super excited again this morning to be sharing this amazing topic, teaching on this particular topic of time management. Like I said, it's not something that we're going to be able to cover for today. I mean, it's going to take us like maybe a few days for us to be able to treat and cover everything that has to do with time management. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. Okay, I want to begin by saying something, that we need to understand that time is precious. Time is precious. Everything we do in life is centered around what is called timing. Now, if you don't get the timing well, ladies and gentlemen, you might just be saying yourself that you are living a life of no purpose. So you need to understand that life is also a collection of experiences. And when you talk about collection of experiences, you're talking about the intensity, and also in it, you have the frequencies. How do I mean by intensity? How do I mean by frequencies? The intensity is the very input, the work, the agility, the things you put in, whether the hour, the time, the skills, everything is what we mean by the intensity. How you make up for it at the moment. Now, the frequency is the aftermath, the result, because by the time you put it into it right now, then it starts to radiate all across, that, people will see the physical equivalent of the quality of time that you are putting into something or a certain goal before you can achieve it. And I'm so super excited because I want you to understand something, ladies and gentlemen, or to everyone listening to me this morning, that time is very precious. In case you have not been spending your time very well, I need you to know that you need to start prioritizing and doing the right thing at the right time. Now, I want you to know something again, for every one of us listening to me this morning, that being on this program alone is something that you are prioritized and you are getting value for your time. According to word of my mentor, Mr. Jim Rohn, he said, time is like a capital. And if it is like a capital, then you have to really be careful on how you spend that your capital. Okay? Now, somebody's going to ask me, how do you mean by time is like a capital? How do you mean by being careful on how you spend your capital? Because anything that you are not really, that you are doing, that is not part of what you have scheduled, it is something like you are just fixing it, and eventually you see that you have just wasted that time. So in time management, we need to teach you the approaches to time management. One of the first approaches to time management, ladies and gentlemen, is that you need to be more skillful. Okay? You need to be more skillful, and then you need to start working smarter. How do you become more skillful, and how do you become more smarter? Now, some people will say, you know what? I spend every of my time, my hours, I put in quality time. I put in quality hours into the things that I do every day. Now, jot this down. It is not the number of hours that count. It is the quality of time that you are putting into the hours that matters. So it is really not by the number of hours you are spent on a project, you are spent on a goal that counts. It is the quality of time you are putting into that hours. Now, don't just be like somebody that is just living and just say, you know what, I'm just going to make the day count. Like one of the things that we say here on this program regularly, like we're telling you, don't just count the day, make the day count. It's part of timing, ladies and gentlemen. It's part of timing, ladies and gentlemen. Now, so if you get the first part of the approaches to time management, which means that you have to be, we have to work smarter and be more skillful. The next one I will let you know, ladies and gentlemen, is that you have to set a reasonable time goal for yourself. What are these reasonable time goals you need to set to yourself? It means that we talk about goal setting on this program sometimes. And as we talk about goal settings, it's still what will guide you in actualizing your goals, okay? So it means that you put in time to be able to set those goals, and those goals has a time frame for them to be achieved. So if you are setting quality or reasonable time goal for yourself, it means that everything you do in life, you must know that it has to be guided by the goals you have written down. And remember, we used to talk about the long-time goal and the short-time goals. Now, if you are setting a reasonable time goal for yourself, which is the step number 2 in the approaches of time management, the next one you now need to do is to write and prioritize that goal. Write and prioritize those goals. It's not enough to have it in your head, okay? Please don't do that. Be guided. Know that you are achieving something at a particular time. Everything you do, like being on this program, is part of the things you have prioritized for today. Every day you are on this program, Monday to Friday, is as a result of the things you have prioritized, the things you ought to achieve. You've written it down that first thing in the morning after your prayers, or maybe after your house chores, you have to be on the West Secret Mindset Mentorship class. We start by 9 a.m. West African time, and that is part of the things you prioritize for today. So you've been able to do that. So you write them down and prioritize your goal. What are the things I want to achieve this morning? We've been saying this. Myself, Coach Dan, we talk about this thing often and often. Like, write it down. Be guided. Don't just walk by. Don't just think that you can dabble into something. Trust me, if you are that type of person, you're not going to be heading to achieving that goal. Step number 3, ladies and gentlemen, is learn to study what we call major and minors. Interesting, right? Learn to study what we call major and minor. I'm talking about major and minor, ladies and gentlemen. Most people spend their time or spend major time on minor things. Most people spend major time on minor things. Now, I give you an example of what I call minor things. Minor things could be if you're a business owner or somebody that is hoping to get leads or marketing for your business. You know what you need to do? Minor times are the times that you have your list of your prospects. Minor times could be the time you have to spend calling your prospect. Minor times could be the time you you are checking up, giving a close-up on your prospect. Minor time is when you need to look at the list of your prospects and then being able to follow them step by step. If there is something you want to do, maybe you work in the office, minor times are the things that you know that the task you've been given, okay? Now, what is the major time? The major time is when you are now, in case you're in a business world, or maybe you want to build your business, major times could be that time, or is actually the time you need to sit down, what we call in front of your prospect. Now you've been following up. You've been following up in our kind of business. We call it BAM, which is book a meeting from a meeting. You've been following up. Now you want to sit one-on-one. You know what? Let me put you through. Let me show you these things I've been telling you over the phone. Let me show you how it works. Let me give you the things, because you need to know. They said most people function in their dysfunction. It's just like you are doing the right thing at the wrong time. That's what it means. So you need to learn how to study the major and the minor time. Okay? Very important. So you now understand what is called minor, you understand what is called major. Now, another thing is that when you are studying major and minor, you need to know that important conversation, you have to also make up an agenda for it. So it doesn't mean that when you are on the phone, because you think you are more skillful, you think you are, that smart person, everything you want to do, you want to prospect somebody, you want to talk to somebody, you want to, make up an agenda before you start picking up before. Because what about if you are on the phone and you're talking to a prospect? If you're on the phone, maybe you want to talk to a big client of yours. Now, what are you going to do? Something you think you know it offhand, you say, you know what, how about if I call you later? It makes you look like an immature or somebody that is not competent. So sometimes you need to note down important conversation, what you need to say, how you need to say it, okay? So it's better. So I hope that gets down. So part of the tips again is that I tell people that don't mistake movement for an achievement. Write it down. Do not mistake movement for an achievement. A lot of us, we think, and we do that here in Nigeria a lot, we do that so much. They say, man, I'm very busy. Busy doing what? Nothing. Some people are busybody. You're doing nothing. Oh man, I'm very busy. So you think because you're busy what? What are you busy? Ask yourself, what am I busy doing? Is it things that will count for my life? Or are you busy watching Telemundo? Are you busy? But that's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. Are you busy, doing things, social media, things that is not of value to you? So you're mistaking movement. You just want the day to come. Where are you going today? You dress up, smart up, nice looking. Where are you heading to? What are the things you've been able to achieve? Are you the type that you have a goal in front of you and then all of a sudden you just see yourself carried away with something else, then you forgot the things you're doing? You're mistaking your movement for an achievement. What at the end of it, what have you achieved, ladies and gentlemen? Okay? Let's not be busy doing nothing. Let's be busy doing something that counts. So it means that you're not going to mistake movements or things for an achievement. What have you achieved at the end of the day? This call, I congratulate every one of you that is here on this call. You have been able to achieve something because part of this information, remember what we say about information, where process is what brings transformation. The things you're listening to this morning is part of the things or your achievement for the day. So if you are not doing something worthwhile, you need to start looking into it, right? Okay? So make sure that you do something that counts. And don't mistake courtesy for a concern. Don't mistake courtesy for a concern. Oh man, somebody say, oh man, I'm just, don't do that. Don't do that. There is time for concern. There is time you need to pay courtesy. There is time you need to check on somebody. Everything in life has to do with timing. Another important one or important tip here, ladies and gentlemen, is concentration. You need to concentrate on your goal. You need to concentrate when you are driving. If you're driving, know that you are driving. That's very important. We do that here in Lagos. Yeah. You know, when you are at the office, be at the office. When you are at work, be at work. When you are home, be at home. Let there be time where you need to concentrate in achieving your goal. Now, part of concentration is set a time for yourself every day. Look at your goals, the things you want to do. Make sure that you're able to concentrate. Concentrate means that you are able to pay keen attention into the things that matters to you. And part of concentration is one major factor in time management. In fact, it's one of the major approaches in time management. You need to concentrate on your goals. Don't be distracted. Don't be carried away by things that are nothing. When you are working on your goals, make sure that you have your eyes on, like the way I'm looking at you right now. You need to concentrate. One of these other tips that I want to share with you just before we round up because of time is that, okay, maybe we're going to take that to another time. Part of your concentration is when I mean that when you are work, let's know that you are work. It's not that when you are work, that's when you'll be playing. You don't play at work. You work while you are at work. And when you want to play, let there be time for you to play. Maybe it's weekend, you are set for yourself. Let your wife know, let your children know, daddy is at work. Daddy is at work, is busy. Don't think that you want to be playing while you are at work. It is wrong. At your place of business, when you are prospecting, let your goals drive you. Let us know that there is time. It's not that time you want to start on social media. You're going to be checking Facebook when you know you have to put in quality time at work. Don't do that. After work, break time, you can actually sit and check through. Let the work be at work and let the time to play be at the time to play. Don't mix both of them. Don't play while you are at work. And when you have time to play with your family, in fact, some of us, we don't even have time to stay with our family. When we get back home, there are times you need to spend with your family. There's time you need to spend with your children. There's time you need to spend with your wife. And that's why most homes are in disarray. Spend quality time with your family. You have been at work, they've been praying for you. That is going to work, mommy is going to work, they're going to be back. So have time you spend with your family. Okay, so have time you need to have time to take your family out for vacation. Family out, you have it family time. Have a family time. Don't just mistake the work. And when you are doing family time, don't mix work while you are doing family time. Don't be like me. My wife used to say, Afolabi, who you work right now, he's going to be with his phone doing something. Some of us have a higher commitment, but we're getting better, okay? I need you to know. The last one I want to say is that everything you're doing as per your time is that you are parting with a piece of your life. Very key. In conclusion, everything you do as regards timing, or whether you're playing and looking at whether what you're doing, it doesn't make sense with you, I need you to know that you are parting with a piece of your life. I'm throwing that to you and to conclude on today's time management teaching, because time is going. If you think time is going, you're not going to be the same person. The time you spend today, you're not going to go back and you spend it because it's gone. Just like we are in the year 2020, it's gone. You are growing older by the day. You're not going to grow younger. There's a time which you are born. There's a time you're crawling. There's a time you need to start, your parents start teaching you how to talk, how to speak. There's a time you go to school. There's a time you graduate. There's a time you're going to get married. There's a time you're going to get work. There's a time you start business. There's a time for everything. And all this time you're spending, in case you don't know how important it is, I want you to know that you are spending or parting away with the piece of your life. So look at it critically, ladies and gentlemen. Is that place I'm going this morning, is it worth it? Is it a piece of my life that I'm going to spend here? Is it going to help me or change my life? I want you to have And let that be something you're going to ponder over today. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all from me for today. We will continue on this time management because it's something elaborate. I'm super excited. And Coach Dan too is going to be teaching us more on time management. And we're also warming up to get a special guest here on this program. By the special grace of God, we're going to confirm the person's timing. And then is the CEO of Skyfly. And I've been in talk with him. I missed his call yesterday. He's supposed to be on this call this morning, but I'm standing in for him. Hopefully, we're going to have him tomorrow to share with us. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an exciting time. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you have got that time, but if you don't get anything, know that every time that I spend, whether I spend it wisely, whether I don't spend it wisely, I am parting away with the peace of my life. So thank you, guys. I hope that gets to you very well. So let me get to my wonderful partner, Coach Dan, if he's got something to round up with. Awesome.